Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan. And today is a part 2 of the McFarlane leaks. Seems like a pretty leaky ship over there, so we've got a pretty substantial list. If you haven't watched our most recent one, we did one last week. That's part 1. Go check that out. Here in part 2, I haven't counted up how many there are, but we've got 2 pages. So we'll kind of run through these a little bit quicker, maybe give some thoughts on some of them, but these are all going to be within DC. We're going to skip over the World of Warcraft, the whatever the other like statue type of what is it, Movie Maniacs or Walking Dead. Yeah, so there are some of those if you want that. Check Reddit or something. So for DC, we are starting with Effigy, and this is from Green Lantern, and this is a chase, so I would assume platinum, kind of like one of our previous leaks. One of the, like, it was only designated as a chase. I think that was like the Manhunters and something else. So this is another one of those where maybe it's only a chase, and the next one is similar, and that's the Question. I think people are going to be a little upset about that because the Question is, I don't know, he's not like a super popular character, but I think a lot of people like him. So to only have that as a chase figure, that's probably one that's going to cost you a pretty penny if you can't find it on the shelves. So a little unfortunate. And then the last one, at least for this grouping that's designated as a chase, is Shining Knight from Seven Soldiers of Victory. And again, as a chase figure. So for me, my only knowledge of this character is from the DC Unlimited or Justice League Unlimited show. It seemed like he was always teaming up with Vigilante. I really liked them.
He was cool. Remember that episode?
Oh, yeah.
Him and Vigilante and some other third stringer, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I love that. That's probably one of my favorites. So, that'd be kind of tempting to get just because of that episode, but I don't think he's ever going to do an animated Vigilante like that. So really, I should probably just not worry about it, but I do think it's going to be pretty cool.
In our previous episode, we talked about some Dark Knight Returns figures. That was Batman and Huntress. However, Dakota, we're going to be getting some chase versions. The regular Batman was designated as blue. This one is a chase. And then we got a Huntress as well.
Yeah, Huntress isn't designated within the Dark Knight Returns, but we were kind of speculating that like maybe it would be like Hush or maybe it would be like a classic version. So I think this kind of maybe, I don't know, like he does sometimes do like completely different characters, but then sometimes it's just a different paint job. So maybe you would do
I wasn't sure. I know in the Dark Knight Returns sequels, you get other characters. So maybe that's where my brain went. But
possible.
Maybe it would just be probably a regular. Well, I don't know though. What would it be?
I feel like Hush would be kind of like what I would expect. And maybe there would be like the varying degrees of skin. Cause I feel like there's some times where she's got like the full bodysuit and then other times where she's got more of the like shorts and then like just the sports bra type of look. I don't know.
Wasn't Huntress though back in the day originally was like Batwoman from Earth 2 and was like married to Superman, or not Superman, Batman? I think so in the old school books. So maybe he's going a deep cut.
Yeah, the old school, she looks way different too. So
perhaps
it could be wild in wild different ways. So next up, also getting a chase. So you're going to get your regular Deathstroke from DC Rebirth. And then there's also the chase version of the Deathstroke DC Rebirth, which I thought we had already gotten this Deathstroke before as like a Walmart exclusive or something. Because I thought it looked cool, and I don't think I ever found it and didn't try too hard to like trade for it or anything. But I could have swore that was the storyline that it was from. So maybe this is like an unmasked version, because he does that sometimes where it's
like a tattered mask suit thing.
Yeah. But then what's the chase then? Because I could see like an unmasked and a masked version for a chase, non-chase, but then I don't know. A lot of speculation here. Let us know what you think in the comments. And then there's also going to be, maybe this is more up your alley, Jordan. There's going to be a Damian Wayne Robin from Batman Reborn, and that one will also have a chase. So you got the regular version and the chase.
Okay, I can imagine one of them will probably be Robin, and one would be like the assassin suit, maybe.
That would be kind of cool.
Or maybe when he's first, he has slightly different. In the Batman Reborn, he's more Robinish, and then when he first is Robin, he's got more of the like hooded thing going on. So
Yeah, true.
we'll
Yeah.
see. He would
Okay.
look cool with the Dick Grayson Batman. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Next, we have 3 figures for the price of 1 Dakota, and it will be Nightwing, Talon, and Owl, the Owl, from the Court of Owls storyline, which I know is pretty popular.
Yeah.
A lot of folks have been itching to get some of those figures, so
Yeah.
you can knock 3 of them out.
I
Boom.
thought that the Talon figure was pretty cool. Unless this is because there's like the Talons, or there's like the ninjas, kind of the henchmen. But then there's also Talon, the character, which I doubt that would be this, because I don't remember him ever teaming up with Nightwing. I don't know if I finished that storyline, but I got pretty far into it, and I don't remember them being like a main team up. And then Owl, I don't know that one. Now I can't remember exactly who Owl is, but there was like some kind of bigger Talon character that Talon fought, which is so confusing because Talons are them and the Talon is him. I don't know. They should have come up with a different name for that guy. But I don't know. If I find pictures, I'll put them up here. If not, y'all can let me know in the comments what I need to read to figure it out. All right, Jordan, we've made it this far. It's time to add in a Batman. This one is from Last Night on Earth. Not only is it Batman, it's jokerized.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, you can't get through a substantial McFarlane leaks list without at least one jokerized Batman. And here it is.
Continuing with the Batman theme, we are going to be getting a Chase Bullseye Batman as well as a Chase Hugo Strange as Batman. And you know, Dakota, I usually don't like the people as Batman as so-and-so, but Hugo Strange's Batman actually makes sense because that's a comic thing that I think is kind of cool. So that one I can get behind.
Next up, we've got a 2-pack. This is Batman and Solomon Grundy from Arkham City. It's going to be a gold label. So he's done an Arkham Batman before, I'm pretty sure. It was like one of the first Batman figures that I think he did. And then Solomon Grundy was a Build-A-Figure. Was that from the game, or was that something else? I feel like that was from the game.
Was actually, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, if you don't have the Build-A-Figure, it's usually pretty similar, I think. So I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a different head, slightly different paint job, something like that. I don't know. You know, if you're trying to build out those gamer-verse type of characters, maybe you need it, but also you probably already have it. So I don't know. Not something I don't think too many people are going to be clamoring for, but it'll be there. Next, there's also... Oh, okay. I had to read that because I was like, wait a minute. Didn't we already say Deathstroke Rebirth? And we did, but we did not say Deathstroke Rebirth Frostbite Edition. So...
Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
Not only will you get the regular version and the one that I think we already got and the Chase version, you will also get Frostbite version. So I would assume it says gold label. I think all those Frostbite ones have been GameStop, if I'm maybe Amazon. I don't know. It's kind of a cool idea,
Frostbite.
but it just, I don't know. I feel like this could be kind of cool if you did like a whole Mr. Freeze Dio and you just kind of had these like ice sculptures kind of like lining up to like a Mr. Freeze throne or something. But that just kind of seems like too Dr. Doom and not Mr. Freeze.
Very specific display there, Dakota.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe some people are going to want it. I kind of don't think it'll be a hot seller, but
pun intended.
Oh, I like it.
Pretty cold on the sales, if you know what I'm saying. Next is a SDCC Hush, but get this, Dakota, he's jokerized. So
of course,
if you wanted that. And then we have a DC Classics Harley Quinn, also jokerized.
So that brings us up to a total of 3 jokerized figures for this whole list, 1 Frostbite, and several chases. I'm kind of shocked at how many platinum figures are going to be coming out. So those are usually the hot sellers.
Dakota. Next category, venomized.
What do you think he would do now that he's got the statues? He's going to do like whatever Spider-Man, but then venomized. This
Well, I
Wolverine
was meaning like
venomized.
Bane venomized, but I could see venomized.
Oh, okay.
They're going to get Bane juiced up so you can
Okay.
get buff. Just kidding. That's too much work because you have to do new sculpting.
Right. That's
I'm
not
just
just a new
thinking
paint
of-
job. Get just like a jacked Harley Quinn. And honestly, that could be a better seller than some of the jokerized and the Frostbite editions. So,
Yeah.
Todd, if you're listening, feel free to take that. That one's free. Next one, though.
After you took Dakota's last idea.
Right. So if you want to go back and watch part 1, that'll be the linked video here. Go back and check that out. Let us know down in the comments. What are you excited to pick up? Ben, until next time, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and stay strong.
Nightwing, Talon, and what did you say? Nightwing, Talon, and the Owl?
Yeah, Owl. I don't
hell
even
is
know
the
who that
Owl?
is. I don't know.
I didn't really read that stuff. All right.
We should do leaks like that sometime.
Really?
Holy fuck balls, Jordan. They've got Talon, Nightwing, and Owl.